Hey guys, I just finished trading. I'm traveling right now. I just took a play on AMD and made about $1,100 on the trade. So in this video, I just want to walk you through what I saw in the market. So I'm going to walk you through my pre-market analysis. And after I walk you through my pre-market analysis, I'm also going to show you how I then actually executed the trade. And hopefully you can learn something. It's super important for you to understand market structure, because when you understand market structure, it gives you the confidence to take a play with a high confidence level, right? So let's dive right in. Hey guys, I want to walk you through this AMD trade that I took. You can see my account is connected. It's real-time data. This is not a simulated account, is the real deal. I made $1,100 today on this trade. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through what I did in order for me to generate this revenue. So anyway, as you can see, I started off by looking at the 1 hour time frame on AMD. And this was pre-market. So around 9 o'clock, I started looking at the setup. So I could see, like, at the top over there was a downward trend, as you can see, where for the couple previous days, the stock has really been in this downward trend. And as you can see, it's starting to come back up a little bit, went down, went up, and now it's on this upward trend. So as I'm looking at this analysis, the bias that I had before the market opened was that the stock was going to go up, right? Just based on the setup. However, I wanted to really understand what are some of the points of demand and supply, the points of support and resistance that I should be looking at. So as you can see right now, this is a supply zone, right? Meaning that when price enters that zone, it's usually going to sell off and go down. And I went to a lower time frame on the 15-minute, and you can see on the 15-minute, price entered that supply zone area that I'd identified, and it started to sell off. And this is pre-market, so this is what is happening before the market opened. The price had moved into the supply zone area, but the overall price action is definitely bullish, meaning that the price is going to go up. So what I was trying to really understand was, okay, it's in this supply zone area, right? And where could it bounce from to go back up? So I identified a demand zone area, as you can see that I'm marking. And if you want to learn how to identify points of supply and demand, click the link in the description in below, and set up some time with me, and I'll be more than happy to have a chat with you around that. But anyway, you can see when it went into that green demand area. So the green area is a demand zone, and the red area is a supply zone. The price went up whenever it hit that green area. So now as I'm looking at the setup, I can see, like, okay, there's this demand zone area at 154.63, but there's another demand zone at 155. 55 155.05, right? So this is the one that I'm marking out right now, and price is approaching that area. So now basically it's giving me a perfect setup to play when market actually opens, because you can see price went into that green area and started going up. As you can see, as I'm marking it out, went into the supply zone, sold off a little bit, and then went up. And you can see there's another demand zone that I'm marking up, which is where price is at right now. So right now price is in a demand zone area, which basically means that it should bounce and turn around and start going back up again. So this is perfect because we're about 15 minutes before market opens. So I'm expecting price to move up into the supply zone area. And once it's in that supply zone area, potentially move down back to demand. And that is really the play that I'm looking for right now. So let's play it up a little bit to see what actually happened. So you can see price went into the demand zone below and went back up. It shot back up, and I'm going to turn it to the 1 minute so we can really time it. So as you can see, it's getting close to market open. So I'm just going to pause the play right now. This is now really close to our market open. So as you can see, the time right now, it's around the time where the market was about to open. But take a look, it went into that um, demand zone and shot up and blew through um, the supply zone area to that point of resistance that I had marked out earlier at 156.98, right? And then I identify another point of resistance, which is 157.85. So what I'm looking for now as I go to a smaller time frame is I'm going to be looking for a perfect entry on the 1 minute that would take price um, towards those points of resistance that I've marked out. So right now you can see it's clearly a bullish structure. So I'm expecting price to blow past that area to come back into the green area before potentially making another move to the upside. So that is the play that I was looking for before market opened. I was really looking for that move to the upside that I'm highlighting in blue right there, where price would come down to the demand zone area that I'd marked out in green, and then bounce from there, making a move up. So let's play it and see what happens. So you can see at that point of resistance, it price moved down a little bit, and right now it's at 932. It's headed towards that point, but guess what? That rejection starts to happen, and it's moving again towards the demand area. And let's see what ends up happening here. So as you can see, I'm just gonna play it so that we can see what happens. And then I'm marking out this area because this area as well is also another demand zone. So one of the things you need to do when you're doing technical analysis is to continuously update your charts. But now take a look, it gets into that demand zone that I had identified earlier that caused that move up. So now this is the perfect time to enter, right? So it moves up and it comes back down to do a retest. Right here on the retest, for me, this is what I was waiting for. So normally you don't want to enter the first time it gets in because that is what's called a risk entry. You want to wait for confirmation entry like this one. So for me, that was the confirmation entry I was waiting for to then take the price up. And the move that I was trying to get was going to be about $1.60 move up in terms of price. And in options, that can translate to really good money depending on the ticker that you're trading. And AMD is quite liquid, so generally it generates good profits. So take a look. The move happened, went back up to that resistance line, and that was the trade that I took when it entered the demand zone area, as I was hoping to, and took it back up to that supply area, and I was able to exit and move out. So, just to recap a couple of things, one of the things you really need to do is your pre market analysis is key because it will help you identify the points of supply and demand that can really help you take a play. So, you can see I just waited to take that move up because in my pre market analysis, that was a point I had identified. And you can see what ended up happening after I'd gotten out of the move. The price essentially just sold off. But I was just looking for an entry um, where I could just enter um, from the demand to the top of the supply there because I had identified that that move was a move that I could play. So this move that I'm highlighting in this rectangle here, that is the move that I was looking for. So I was able to enter that play and I was able to make $1,100 on the play. Um, and the key thing when it comes to options trading is really understanding supply and demand. If you can understand supply and demand, and obviously it's a derivative of market structure, you'll be able to make plays like this. So if you want to learn how market structure works, so take a look. I exited the trade at 951.36. And if you look at You see, 9:51 is when it hit that point, and I was able to exit right at the right time. Now, I hope you guys loved the video. And like I said, if you want to learn how to identify market structure, how to identify supply and demand zones, just click the link in the description below and let's have a conversation. And I'll walk you through some of the offerings that I have to help people really understand how to trade options. So if you are ready to change your life and be able to make 4 or even 5 figures a day trading for less than an hour a day, click the link below and I'll see you there.